What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to a brand new live stream. Hope everyone has been having a good week and a good weekend. Um, New episode of Invincible to talk about, and Daredevil Born Again is back with season 2, episode 1. Came out yesterday, I believe, or last night, more like last night, I think. But The Boys season 5 around the corner, so I'm very excited for that. But my cat's throwing a fit for no reason. Okay, just ignore that. But I guess she had something else to say about that. But anyway, we're gonna start off with Daredevil first. But season 2, episode 1. I've heard mixed things about it. I watched it last night. I thought it was decent. Kind of picks up where we left off in a way, not really. But he's got his black suit, which I gotta say, the suit looks really nice. I like it. Not as much as the classic red one, but it is a really nice suit. We see Karen Page again. I think it's kind of weird that they've kind of rushed into a relationship. I'm not mad at it or anything. I'm fine with it, but there's just a lot that's happening between them, so they kind of just are in a relationship like that. So I thought that was kind of, off. Kingpin wasn't in this episode that much. Got some things with him, but not a lot. And then, he has his, Punisher soldiers or agents, whatever they're called, interrogate these 2 Russian guys and pretty much like beat them to death. The one guy who just wants to go home, and the guy's like, "Of course you do. I understand." And then he just shoots him in the back of the head while the other guy was just literally beating him to death. Then, like, this is near the end of the episode, they find the other guy, and they start beating him up. But we'll get into that a little bit later. I'm trying to remember everything. You had that like lady at that restaurant. Those same agents went after her. I don't remember her name. But they went after her, and and then that one guy punched her in the face, and they got into it, and we got to see a little bit of the therapist that Matt Murdock was dating in the first season. We got to see a little bit of her, and showed flashbacks. I forgot that villain's name from the first season that attacked her and knocked her out unconscious, and then Daredevil had to save her. I don't remember his name though. So if there's anyone in the chat, let me remind me what his name was, because I don't remember. But he had some interesting, subplots, but I thought it was a decent episode at best. I didn't hate it. I didn't love it either. I thought it was just decent. But at the ending, Daredevil comes in and saves that guy from those Punisher agents. And here's one thing I don't like. I don't like that Daredevil gets nerfed. Like, he gets knocked down, and as I'm watching it, I'm like, come on, dude, just get up. And then they pull off his mask, and they're like, holy shit, it's Matt Murdock. And then out of nowhere, all of them just die from like a bullet or something. And then like the cliffhanger is like a blade sticking out of the floor saying you're welcome, and that's pretty much the episode. So apologies if I didn't cover anything. Just a lot to unpack, a lot to remember. Um, I would give it like a 7.1 out of 10. I think that'd be my rating. But I thought it was all right. Not a great start to the season, but not bad. So I thought it was all right. Um, but let's get on to the next topic, which is Invincible, season 4, episode 4 review. Um, so let me get the banner ready. Okay. I'm just going to be bluntly honest. Not only is this the worst episode in the season so far, this is the worst episode in the entire show. I mean, it was pretty much what I expected based off the promo that we got earlier in the week. I mean, like the opening scene was fine of Mark sitting with Art, the costume tailor guy. Um, basically talking about like how he feels about killing the dude who was being controlled by the Sequids from Mars, and he almost killed Titan, and in front of his brother. Um, and he said like my brother didn't even recognize me and stuff. Um, so I like that part of it. And Art shows him that he kept his old suit and was fixing it up just in case if he wanted to wear it again. But we see the guilt that Mark's going through, and he feels like he doesn't deserve to wear the suit anymore or whatever. Because like the blue and black suit, as cool as it looks, you know, he's faced like a lot of his, darkest things in that suit, like the Invincible War, where all the um, Invincible variants showed up because of Angstrom Levy. And then obviously the whole conquest stuff, where he dies and like millions of other people, billions of other people die because of conquest. So he believes that the suit is tainted with all like the bad dark stuff. So he doesn't really want to wear it anymore. But he so then he gets called to a job by Eve through their Invincible Inc. service or whatever. And then after that like pretty much the entire episode is Damien Darkblood dragging Mark to the underworld to help them take out this Volcana, is that her name? Villain. That's pretty much all this episode is, and like this entire subplot was so boring. It was not interesting to me at all. It had nothing to do with the main story. So I just did not enjoy it at all, and it was kind of way too easy for Mark to take her out. He just punched her a couple times, and then she just gave up and stuff. And like they're trying to like push this thing of like, oh, demons and hell isn't that bad. In this universe, they're actually supposed to be good or whatever. They're actually doing a good thing. And I'm like, what the heck are we doing? Like, seriously? So then it took like this whole thing went on for like 40 minutes. It just felt like a huge waste of time. Um, so then after that's like over, um, this like Egypt thing where Mark was supposed to be, the dude in the mummy in the tomb, that we've seen in like for comedic relief in like a couple other seasons, made it adamant that he's not going to take a female host or whatever. Like, it has to be a male host. So then he's like, you know what? Screw it. I've waited too long. Um, I'll have to settle for a female host. So he finally does it, and she's like, this whole time you could have had a female host, but you chose not to. You pushed it off for so long, you know. Um, so he's like, hey, this ain't that bad. So that's gonna be a problem later on. But the last 5 minutes were really the only good part of this episode. We see Eve telling Mark's friend, I forgot his name as well. Um, but she tells him about the pregnancy and stuff, how she feels about it. Then it gets revealed that Debbie plans to sell the house, and that, you know, her and her new boyfriend, I guess, um, are gonna buy a new house and move into that. So, you know, Mark's like, you deserve to be happy. So, you know, do what's best for you. So I do like that. And then, you know, he and Eve talk for a bit, and he tells her what happened, or like where he was, and, you know, the whole stuff with Damien Darkblood. And then right when she's about to tell him that she's pregnant, um, Omni Man and Alan show up to Earth finally, which sets up the next episode saying like, I'm sorry, but, or Omni Man saying, I'm sorry, Mark, but we need you to join the war. Um, so that at least has me excited for the next episode. But this episode is by far the worst in the entire show. Just just 90% of it has absolutely nothing to do with the main story. Um, so I think these next episodes will be a lot better. I think episode 5 will be good. Um, Omni Man being back on Earth will be interesting. And, you know, especially the last 2 episodes, I think are going to be peak, especially with, you know, Thrag being like the season finale villain, whatever you call him. I'm excited for Thrag to show up at the end, and he's probably gonna wreck everybody. Um, but yeah, my rating for this episode, 6 out of 10. I can honestly give it a 5.7. It was that bad. The post credit scene wasn't really that interesting. It was just Damien Darkblood being back on Earth, for the first time since season 1, and then, you know, his leader gives him a mission or whatever. So yeah. Um, so yeah, not a good episode this week. So that's all I really have to say. So we'll get into the film news. I just got to get it pulled up. Hey, what's up, Dragonfire? Yeah, the whole hell thing was boring. Just a boring ass subplot. It just felt like purely filler. Like I knew that they were gonna have that be like the main focus of the episode, and then save Omni Man for the cliffhanger. I knew they were gonna do that. All right. So first look at the characters in the Harry Potter series. Now, I remember a couple years ago. Um, the chosen one made a rant stream about this when it got announced that they were going to reboot Harry Potter. um, Now, I've never been a Harry Potter fan. It just never interests me. Didn't really get the popularity or whatever, but that's fine. But if there's any Harry Potter fans in the chat, here you go. uh, so I don't really know most of these characters. But yeah. First trailer for Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse will officially release soon. I'm going to be honest, as much as I love Spider-Man, I've never watched any of the Spider-Verse movies. Um, this kind of looks like Spawn. If you don't know who Spawn is, he's from like a different universe. Like he's not Marvel, he's not DC, he's a part of something else. This kind of looks like Spawn in a way, but I don't. It's obviously not him. Um, and then you got Scary Movie 6. I never watched any of those. Lord of the Rings movies now is now in the works, titled Shadow of the Past. Avengers Secret Wars will focus on different characters to Avengers Doomsday. John Wick spinoff, Kane will officially begin filming. I never watched any of the John Wick movies. Alan Richardson will not be charged by police for attacking his neighbor. So if you don't know who this guy is, he plays Jack Reacher in the show Reacher. He also played Aquaman in Smallville, but apparently people who worked with him have claimed that he's a straight up asshole. Police claim the star acted in self-defense after being knocked off his bike. Okay. All right. So obviously the first episode's already out for Daredevil. But so let's see. So episode 1 obviously just came out. Episodes 2 and 3, March 31st. The last time we got 2 episodes in 1 week was because there was that boring one where it was like a St. Patrick's Day episode and it was just boring. It was literally just Matt Murdock trying to stop a bank robbery with these Irish dudes or Scottish dudes. It's so that was ridiculous. But yeah, episodes 2 and 3 will be next week, and then April 7th, episode 4, and then so on and so forth. And then May 12th, the Punisher show comes out right after that. So I hope that's good. I love Punisher. Jumanji 4 has been delayed to December 25th. I kind of forgot about these movies, to be honest. Or they probably mean Jumanji 3, my bad. But yeah, Spider-Man, Brand New Day trailer is now the first film trailer in history to hit 1 billion views. That's crazy. The Punisher special presentation is officially titled. Okay, I already know that. Yeah, I swear I'm not a hater, which we talked about this on Noah's Live. I think this looks freaking horrible. Like, what is this? Like, this looks so bad. Like, this looks horrible. Like I'm sorry, but no, this looks horrible. So Destin Daniel Cretton is set to direct 3 upcoming MCU projects. Shang-Chi 2, Wonder Man Season 2. Oh boy. Let's see what else we got. Yeah, this doesn't surprise me. I'm not even a Star Trek fan or anything, but I've heard a lot that this show is horrible. So it doesn't surprise me that it's canceled. Yeah, see, this looks horrible. This looks absolutely horrible. Like, what is this? This looks so bad. Like, this looks so bad. I'm sorry. Jason Momoa will star in 3 big movies this year: Street Fighter, Supergirl, and Dune Part 3. I don't know why they just didn't keep him as Aquaman. He's perfect as Aquaman. Project Hail Mary's made back 75% of its $190 million budget in just 48 hours. I heard a lot of good things about this movie. I heard Ryan Gosling's phenomenal in it. Um, so yeah. Let's see. Robert Kirkman says Invincible season 4 will feature the show's most brutal scene yet. Oh boy, I wonder what it's going to be. Marvel Studios added 3 new films to its upcoming release slates. Okay, so they're all just untitled movies. Probably going to be X-Men movies because I know after Avengers they're going to start doing X-Men stuff. So I did not know they were even doing this, but the live action Assassin's Creed series has officially started filming. All right, episode run times. So episodes 2 and 3, 46 minutes, 47 minutes. Oh boy. Official synopsis for the live action Scooby-Doo series has been revealed. During their final summer at Camp Ruby Spears, old friends Shaggy and Daphne get embroiled in a haunting mystery surrounding a lonely lost Great Dane puppy that may have been a witness to a supernatural murder. Together with the pragmatic and scientific townie Velma and the strange but ever so handsome new kid Freddy, they set out to solve the case that is pulling each of them into a creepy nightmare that threatens to expose all their secrets. I'm sorry, this sounds bad. This sounds really bad. I hope it's not, but it sounds pretty bad. Um, Spider-Man Brand New Day will receive a 60-day minimum theatrical window. The film will not be screened in IMAX theaters in the U.S. Spider-Man Brand New Day will take place in the year 2028, set 4 years after the events of Spider-Man No Way Home. Jim Carrey will come out of acting retirement for Sonic 4. I did not know he retired. Should return as Dr. Eggman in Sonic 4. He will reprise. Okay, I just read that. What am I doing? Yeah, obviously a good actor. Incredibles 3 will officially release on June 16th, 2028, 10 years after Incredibles 2. Yeah, I like a lot of the shots in the Spider-Man trailer. Like this one. This one looks really good. I love the way the suit looks. Like the suit looks awesome. And then we finally get to see Scorpion and Spider-Man played by the guy who played Nacho in Better Call Saul. So I'm excited for that. Took almost 10 years. Finally see that. Robert Pattinson and Zendaya will star in 3 movies together this year. The Drama, The Odyssey, and Dune. I've heard of these two. I've never heard of this though. Oh God, why are they doing this? The first 2 episodes of Stranger Things Tales from 85 will be released in theaters. Why? This looks horrible. Like it makes no sense. It's set in between season 2 and season 3, and it makes no sense because they never mentioned any of these like new monsters, in season 3. Like they never mentioned any of them. And like 11 was not supposed to be out and about. So why is Hopper letting her out and about with Mike and the rest of the group? I don't, it just makes no sense. The last time I saw Stranger Things in theaters, I walked out disappointed. Let's be real. Stranger Things fans probably would be excited for this if it weren't for this shit season 5 ending. A lot of gifs. Nobody's watching this. Man. Yeah, and the animation looks absolutely horrendous. Yeah, apparently clips from Spider-Man Brand New Day have been leaked left and right, but somehow I've managed to miss them. Yeah, I don't know how Invincible season 4 is at 100% Rotten Tomatoes when the first 4 episodes have kind of been mid. Let's see what else we got. Supergirl has a reported runtime of 1 hour and 45 minutes. Friday the 13th prequel series, Crystal Lake. Aren't all those movies horrible? That's what I've heard. See, confirmed cast for DC's Man of Tomorrow. David Cornsweet as Superman, Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor, Laris, and I'm not even gonna try and say that. Brainiac, and then Rachel Brosnahan as Lois Lane. Then we have more. We got Jimmy Olsen, Eve. I'm not even gonna try and say that name. The Engineer, Hawk Girl, Rick Flag Sr., John Stewart. Okay, pretty much um, caught up. Pretty much. Campy. Wait, hold on a second. That's Prowler. If you've seen the first Spider-Verse movie, you'll know who he is. Oh, okay. My bad. I haven't seen Daredevil Born Again yet. I'm currently watching season 2 finale. Oh, you're watching the Netflix show? I need to I need to start watching the original show. I've never seen it, so I gotta start binging that. Hear that the Punisher might be in Spider-Man brand new. Yeah, he's confirmed to be in it. He's in the trailer. If you haven't seen the trailer yet, can't be worse than the Velma show. That show is hot garbage. Yeah, I heard that was atrocious. Like I heard that was horrendous. Like my goodness, that was horrible. The Duffer Brothers are running out of ideas. Yeah, I know. Let's see if I can get rid of that. Okay, so Noah will not be on tonight. No worries. Um, so I just gotta, message him back. But yeah. So we covered Invincible, Daredevil, and some film news. Um, hasn't really been much going on in the NFL. I think you'll like the original Netflix Daredevil, especially when the Punisher shows up. Yeah, I heard that like a lot of people love that show. There's like no bad season, there's no bad episode. Especially, when Noah talks up season 3, especially like the season 3 finale. There's I heard it's really good. I mean, my dad loves the show, loved the show too. Um, he was pissed when they stopped doing it. Um, but yeah, he said like there's a fight scene in the season 3 finale that he thought was awesome, and he loved it and enjoyed it. I did see Punisher season 1, which that's one of the greatest like single seasons of television that I've ever seen. I mean, it was phenomenal. It was exactly what Punisher is supposed to be. And John Bernthal did a phenomenal job. Um, season two, season 2 is all right, but nowhere near as good as season 1. Season 1 was phenomenal. Um, let me see if I can uh, find a tier list on um, do something fun before I get into basketball. Um, only got a month left until the playoffs start for NBA. Let me see if I can find a good tier list though for like 2000s movies. All right, let's see. All I'm seeing is shows right now. Let me try. Let me just look at this one before 400. Obviously, I'm not gonna do them all because I most likely haven't seen most of them. All right, let's see what we got. Let's gotta wait for it to load. Season two of Daredevil is great, especially the first half with Punisher wreaking havoc on Hell's Kitchen. The second half of Daredevil season two is eh. Wow. Yeah, I like Daredevil and Punisher working together. Hmm. To try a different one. Yeah, not this one either. Is this all they have, really? Click the wrong one. Let me get my screen shared. That's not what I meant. All right, 2000s movies tier list. and next week I'll probably do 2010s. But for a warning, most of these I've never watched, so I'm just gonna do the ones that I have watched. So X-Men, the first one, love this movie. Gonna give it an gonna put it in A tier. Believe this came out 2000, but yeah, I've watched it a couple times. Really enjoyable movie. Um, love Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. Um, American Psycho, I've heard of it, I never watched it. Let's see. The next one I've seen, I have seen Chicken Run. It's an all right movie. It's a claymation movie. Um, kind of villainizes farmers, which is kind of dumb, but whatever. But yeah, I'll just put it in a put it. I mean, at least it's entertaining, but still, um, say C or B. Not bad, but not great. Um, let's see what else. Dinosaur by Disney. This is a good movie. Very entertaining. Say like a B. It's a fun movie to watch. I've never seen. I've only seen it's. I've only seen parts of The Grinch. I've never watched it all the way through. Let's see. Okay, the first track, which I watched the first Shrek the other day, just for the fun of it. The first track is goaded. Don't really care what anyone says. That's going in S tier. It's just arguably the best animated movie of all time. Um, see, Rush Hour. I've heard of it, never watched. I did see Fast and Furious. First Fast and Furious is okay. It's not great. I'll take it over Chicken Run though. Um, see, Atlantis. I have seen this. It's an all right movie. It's just about explorers going to Atlantis and trying to find artifacts and stuff. So it's kind of boring at times, but um, I saw it like a couple times when I was a kid. Um, Monsters Inc. Really good movie. Um, not as good as Shrek, obviously, but still one of the best Pixar movies. Probably put it in A tier. It's a good movie. Let's see. What else we got? Okay, Jurassic Park 3. The original trilogy, this is definitely the weakest one. I'll probably take it over some of the newest Jurassic films, but um, it's just kind of mid to me. Should have had Spinosaurus more, and they kill off a T Rex like a bitch, but on that, it's kind of a mid movie. There's a lot of entertaining parts to it, but um, definitely the weakest of the original trilogy. But there's parts that I enjoy about it. Let's see. And we got Ice Age, one of my favorite movies of all time. Love this movie. Growing up, I put it in A tier. I take it over Monsters Inc. To be honest, it's a good movie. The characters are funny and the story's done really well. Love the character development. All right, then we got Spider-Man, the first Spider-Man. Obviously, it's going in S tier. Love this movie. It's exactly what Spider-Man's supposed to be. Stays true to the character. It stays true to the story. So it's going in S tier. Let's see if I can find. Oh yeah, Star Wars: Attack of the Clones. Better than Phantom Menace, but not by much. I mean, there's entertaining action, but other than that, it's kind of boring. And Hayden Christensen's horrible in this. Like his acting is so cringe. It's not funny. But probably top of C. Let's see, Lord of the Rings never watched. The Rookie never watched. Yeah, a lot of these I haven't watched. I've heard of Like Mike, but I never watched it. Lilo and Stitch, heard of it, never watched it. Men in Black, um, I never watched. Jeez, what are some of these movies? I've heard of Kill Bill, but I've never watched it. All right, Nemo. That's really good. Say like A or B probably. Yeah, one of the best animated Disney movies back then. Probably take over Monsters Inc. Let's see what else we got. Trying to figure out where I just left off. I think around here, I think. All right, X-Men 2, arguably better than the first one, if I'm being honest. But yeah, one of my favorite sequels. Um, shows how Wolverine lost his memory. So I like that. Yeah, definitely going in A tier. I would argue it's better than the first one. I would definitely argue that. I've only seen a little bit of Holes. I haven't seen the full movie, but I heard it's good. Bruce Almighty, I've seen a little bit of that, not the full thing. I've never seen any of the Matrix and Terminator movies. Brother Bear, this movie's kind of been forgotten about, but it is a good movie. Um, basically, what it's about is about like this tribe out in like the wilderness and um, trying to like find food and stumbles upon this like big bear stealing their fish or whatever. So they throw rocks at it, and this dude throws rocks at it like an idiot and kind of pisses it off. Um, puts himself in danger, and then his brother goes to save him, but then um, him and the bear fall in a glacier. The brother dies, but the bear lives. Um, so the main character goes to like get revenge and hunts down the bear and gets into a fight with it. So he ends up killing the bear. Um, and then the consequences of that is some sort of like spirit from the sky like transforms him into a bear. And now like his other brother thinks that the bear killed the main character, so he mistakes him for the bear, so he's after him throughout the whole movie. So then the main character meets a bear cub and doesn't like him at first, but they bond throughout the rest of the movie. Then he finds out that the bear that he was after and killed was the little bear's mother. So he has, the PTSD flashbacks were done very, very well. And like the big twist that they reveal is done very well. And he does confess to the little bear. Um, then like the ending scene is where his other brother's after him, and then the little bear tries to help. And then the beam in the sky, turns him back into his human form, but then he doesn't want to leave the little bear cub behind, so then he gets transformed back into a bear, and the movie pretty much ends there. But yeah, it's a solid movie. It used to be on Netflix, but that's how I first watched it. But yeah, it's a good movie. Let's see, where did I leave off? Okay, it was before Elf. I know that. Okay, the first Pirates of the Caribbean, great movie. Love Johnny Depp as Jack Sparrow. Doesn't just play the character, he is the character. Action is very entertaining. The story is very good. The villains are awesome. Good comedy, good action. So yeah, probably put it in A tier, to be honest. Yeah, I like the OG Pirates trilogy. I didn't know they made more than one Kill Bill movie. Okay, then you got Elf, one of my favorite Christmas movies. This movie's hilarious. So if you're looking for, it's not what I meant to click. So if you're looking for a good Christmas movie, like a good laugh on Christmas, Elf's the perfect choice. So it's a funny movie. Um, Probably take it over these movies, to be honest. Let's see. Okay. All right, Incredibles is goated. The first one. If it'll cooperate with me. Yeah, the OG Incredibles movie. One of the best animated movies. Disney was cooking in the 2000s. The animated movies. I mean, there's so many good animated movies back then. Yeah, probably have to put in S tier. Probably not as good as Shrek, in my opinion, but it's that kind of a movie. Let's see. Like it's a whole family of superheroes. Um, all right, Spider-Man 2 also in S tier. Um, you get a lot of people argue it's better than the first. I personally like the first movie better, but Spider-Man's arc in this movie is phenomenal. Dives deep on the responsibility of being Spider-Man and protecting the people he cares about. And he wants to tell Mary Jane that he is Spider-Man, but he's like, can't do it. So she does find out eventually that he is Spider-Man. Um, but yeah, just a phenomenal movie. All right, and Shrek 2, which you can argue, which you can argue is better than the first one, but personally, I like the first one better. But still, Shrek 2 is phenomenal. Um, how like they have the choice um, to be good looking, but they Shrek and Fiona willingly choose to stay as ogres, and Fiona's dad accepts that and apologizes to Shrek at the end, and it's just a good movie. Uh, yeah, it's definitely going in S tier. How's Moving Castle? What the hell is this? I've never heard of that. Uh, boy, I've only seen it once. It's an all right movie. He's neither Marvel or DC. I think he's part of Dark Horse Comics. I think that's what it's called. But yeah, I've only seen it once. I thought it was okay. Probably. I don't think it was bad, but I don't think it was great. So probably C. All right, Shark Tale. I have seen a couple times. I think it's a bit overhated. Um, it's a funny movie. Like you'll get a good laugh out of it. Um, you have Jack Black voicing Sharks, I believe, and you have Will Smith voice the main character. Um, so I'd say C. I'd probably take it. I might actually take it over Chicken Run and be. It's better. It's at least more entertaining than Atlantis because of the humor. Because Atlantis is kind of boring at times, but uh, all right, National Treasure. It's an entertaining movie. Um, I forgot the actor's name. Um, basically, he's trying to find hidden treasure. Um, but it actually has a lot of action for this movie. But I think I don't know if it's still on Netflix or not, but that's how I watched it. Nicholas Cage stars Nicholas Cage. I put it in B. Dude, that's too high. That's not. Oh. All right, we got the SpongeBob movie, the original one. Yeah, this one's going in this year. Yeah, hilarious. This movie's just goaded. All right, Polar Express. I've seen it a couple times. I know Noah does not like it. Uh, so I know a lot of people like it as a Christmas movie. I don't think it's that good. It's all right. But I'd probably put it around here. All right, Star Wars or what is this? Attack of the Sith or Revenge of the Sith? What am I saying? Yeah, easily the best out of the prequels. Get to see Anakin Skywalker become Darth Vader, and the action is peak. So probably going in S tier if I had to be honest. Yeah, I wish I could have seen this in theaters because the experience probably would have been awesome. All right, and then Batman, Christian Bale Batman. I've never seen The Dark Knight 2008. I've never seen The Dark Knight Rises. I've only seen clips from those movies, but I've only seen Batman Begin once when I was younger. Probably going B. I think it's fine. Not my favorite, but it's fine for an origin story. All right, then we got Narnia, The Lion, the Witch, the Wardrobe, um, Disney movie. I really enjoyed this movie. Highly recommend it. Especially Aslan the Lion, where he sacrifices himself, but then he comes back to life or gets resurrected. Um, and he takes out the witch, which was satisfying. So it's an awesome movie. I'm going B tier. King Kong 2005. It wasn't 3 hours long. Then it'd be a lot better. But like the whole like first hour is just like them getting ready to go explore this island. Like, why do you need a whole hour for that? Like, it should not take that long. And then like the second hour is them actually getting on the island and getting attacked by those people. Um, and then Kong shows up. We see the dinosaurs and stuff. Then the like last hour is him rampaging through New York. So if it wasn't like 3 hours long, it'd be a lot higher. But yeah, the action is entertaining. But like the first hour is just boring, and it's just hard not to fall asleep through it. Oh boy, boy and lava girl. Oh god. Now this is one of these movies where you enjoy it as a kid, but as you get older, you realize that this is absolute dog shit. Oh my god, this movie is horrible. It's literally about a kid who like writes in his notebook about these like fictional characters in his dream world or whatever, and they somehow eventually become real. And yeah, so that's basically what it is. I don't think it should be. It's not. Yeah, it's going in D. This movie's horrible. Okay, moving on. Oh, I skipped over the first Madagascar. But yeah, I actually think the second one's better, but the first one's pretty good as well. One of DreamWorks' many masterpieces. It's not what I meant. Uh, Probably, I'll go B tier. B tier. Okay, let me figure out where I left off. Never seen any of the Saw movies. I never will. That is just based off what I've heard. That's beyond disturbing. All right, Fantastic Four. Is that the first one? Yeah, it is. Um, it's kind of mid. It's not terrible, but it's mid. And the action's entertaining. But all right, where did I put it? Oh, there it is. X-Men: The Last Stand. Pretty disappointing. They kill off freaking Cyclops in like the first 5 minutes for absolutely no reason. Um, so yeah, the weakest of the original X-Men trilogy. All right, Monster House. This is a fun movie. Yeah, it's claymation, but still, it's a fun movie to watch, especially on Halloween. Um, yeah, it's very good. It's not that scary because it's claymation, but Still, it's entertaining. Um, all right. And we got then we got Pirates 2, Dead Man's Chest. Very good sequel. Davy Jones is an awesome villain. Soundtrack was very good as well. Okay, then we got Over the Hedge. That's a funny movie. Good comedy. Good character development as well. Where I think he's a fox. I don't know, but uh, he betrays his new friends at first, but then he looks down at them, and the guilt eats away at him. And then he does the right thing and goes back for them. So yeah, it's a nice redemption arc. Um, Probably better than these movies. We got Cars 2006, another goated Pixar movie. Yeah, going to me tier. Oh, forgot about open season. Yeah, that movie's funny. Make sure I don't skip over anything. All right, Transformers. I don't care what anyone says. I'm putting this next here. My favorite movie of all time. Call it bias, call it whatever you want. I don't care. That's some of the best CGI sequences ever. I mean, this movie came out almost 20 years ago, and those sequences still hold up today. And the second National Treasure was nowhere near as good as the first one. All right, and then Shrek 3, bit overhated. Um, Obviously, it's nowhere as good, nowhere near the level of the first two, but it's not as bad as people think it is. Like there is some good humor, there's good moments in it. I never saw the Silver Surfer movie. Um, Ratatouille, it's a good movie. I think I've seen it like twice in my life. All right, then B movie I've seen once. It's not that good. Like it's kind of weird. It's a woman falls in love with a bee. It's so weird. Like I know it's animated and stuff, but like, dude, it's still weird. Like why? And then Ghost Rider. Um, it's an alright movie. It's not great. It's not bad. It's alright. You know, some Marvel movies were just not that good back then, outside of Spider-Man, of course. Like when it came to that stuff, DC kind of on the 2000s. All right, and Spider-Man 3, obviously, um, the weakest out of the Sam Raimi trilogy, or the Tobey Maguire trilogy. You just try to do way too much. It's a fun movie because of the memes, and there's some good action in there, but it's not as good as the first two. Say C. Um, all right, and then the first Iron Man, super underrated movie. Love the first Iron Man. Pretty much what started the MCU, really. Probably put a top 8 here. Seen it a few times, really good. All right, first Kung Fu Panda movie. It's goaded, especially with Tai Long. Tai Long's such a great villain. Plus, it actually gives you backstory, and you kind of feel bad for him because all he wanted was to be the Dragon Warrior, and he kind of just felt abandoned. All right, and then Bolt. Bolt's a solid movie. It's about a dog in like this action movie, but he thinks it's real, but it's not. So, all right, Horton Hears a Who, based off a Dr. Seuss book. It's pretty good. All right, Wally. I know, not Evan. Well, I think Evan too. Noah and Jake hate this movie. Talk about how boring it is and stuff. It's basically about a droid in space. Um, I've only seen it a couple times. I say bottom of the sea. Madagascar 2, better than the first one, in my opinion. All right, then they got the Incredible Hulk. Um, exactly what Hulk is supposed to be. It's better than the Hulk that we have now. But yeah, pretty underrated movie. Fun of a B too, probably. I'm not even gonna talk about this one, which I'm not an Indiana Jones fan, but that one's definitely the worst one. That one was horrible. Um, and we got Up. I was goaded. Really funny movie. Great story. Great character development. Very entertaining. I remember watching it for the first time when it was new. Love that movie as a kid. Watchmen. I'm never watching that. Yeah, X-Men Origins. Objectively not a good movie, but it's fun for nostalgia. Monster versus Aliens is solid. Yeah, that's the tier list. Go over some NBA games, and then that'll be that. Man, I'm tired. Oh, what is going on with the Wolves going on these ridiculous runs? Because apparently they went on a 15-0 run to complete the comeback against the Rockets. Yeah, the Wolves have been red hot. So, and keep in mind they don't have Anthony Edwards at the moment. All right, so Magic get obliterated by the Hornets. Jamal Mosley needs to go. Luca goes off for 60 and beats the Heat in Miami. Cavs beat the Bulls by 5. Harden with 36. Clippers somehow lose to the Pelicans. I mean, on paper, the Pelicans are not that bad of a team, but all right. The Suns almost had this game. Spurs. Wemby hits a game winner, of course, to seal it. 34 and 12. Good effort by the Suns. Man, the Bucks are in the gutter right now. You know you're bad when you're getting blown out by the Utah Jazz. Oh yeah, yeah. Problem is with Giannis, I don't know where he can go though. Like I don't know where he's supposed to go. because he's in his 30s. Obviously, he's shown no signs of slowing down. He's refused to shut down for the season. So he was literally going to war with the front office. So we'll see if that pans out. Knicks win the Battle of New York by 1 point. Keep in mind, this is the same Nets team that put up 24 points in the first half against the Thunder. Jesus. 26 and 15 for Cat, 22 for Josh Minot. Pistons beating up Warriors. Rockets and the Hawks winning streak. I think they won like they won 11 in a row. Never mind. 25 from KD. Celtics barely beat the Grizzlies. Jason Tatum was not good in this game. 13 points. Sam Hauser was atrocious. He was like 0 of 4 from 3 or something like that. He was horrible. Jaylen Brown carried. The Blazers beat the Wolves by 4, 21 and 12 for Klingon plus 3 blocks, 18 and 15 for Rudy Gobert. And then Nuggets beat the Raptors, 31 from Jamal Murray, 23 and 11 from Jakob Poeltl. Go to Saturday. Let's see as it loads. Okay. There's a huge fight that broke out in this game, and like 4 players got ejected. Let's see. Saw this game. Of course, Lakers got away with another one. Luke Kennard hit a game winner at the end, and yeah, the Magic not playing good right now. 33 from Luka, 16 from Bankero, not good enough. Rockets beat the Heat by 1, 23 from Reed Shepherd, 14 assists, 32 and 21 from Bam. Clippers beat the Mavericks, 41 and 11 from Garland, 18 and 10 from Cooper Flag. Bucks did beat the Suns. Yeah, I was an idiot because my boss asked me who you got, Bucks or Suns, and I said Suns, and he goes, "By how much?" And I go 30. And he goes 30. Yeah, so I'm a complete idiot for saying that. So my apologies, Bucks fans. Yeah, I just felt like I'm bold. Nuggets beat the Blazers 21. So another triple or 22. Another triple double from Jokic, 23 from Avia. Got the toilet bowl over here. And then this game pissed me off. Now this was actually a good game. For most of it. I mean, at the end of the third quarter, it was a 1-point game, and then all of a sudden the Celtics offense went completely ice cold. They couldn't do anything for like freaking 10 minutes. Like they went 10 minutes without getting a bucket. Well, you got Minnesota going on a 17-0 run without Anthony Edwards, by the way. So yeah, Celtics lose their first home game against the Wolves in 21 years. And this is the first time they lose both games against the Wolves since the 1999 to 2000 season. So yeah, Wolves deserve this win 100%. Love the way they play. Entertaining team to watch. They play great defense. They rebound, attack the paint, mid-range, shoot three. They do a ton of things. So Wolves are a very underrated team. If they're in the East, they'd easily be the 1 seed. It's not even a debate. Suns annihilate the Raptors. They redeemed that other loss. They lost in Toronto where they should have won, and that kickstarted their 5-game losing streak. Yeah, it's a good win for them. Then we go to Monday, which another thing about the Wolves, keep those uniforms full time. I love those uniforms, the throwback black uniforms with the trees on the sides and the font, and then make sure keep that logo too. I miss that old logo. So yeah, they need to rebrand to that. Pistons beat the Lakers. Love to see that. 30 points from Dennis Jenkins. Looks like they're doing just fine without Cade, surprisingly. 32 from Luka. Somehow the Orlando Magic lose to the Pacers. The Pacers were on a 16-game losing streak. 39 from Paulo, doesn't matter. 37 from Siakam. But yeah, changes need to be made in Orlando, starting with firing Jamal Mosley. It's not working. Thunder blow out the Sixers. Let's see here. Rockets somehow lose to the Bulls. Triple-double from Şengün, 15 and 13 from Josh Giddey. Warriors beat the Mavericks, 32 from Flag, 20 and 10 from Pods. Clippers annihilate the Bucks, 28 from Kawhi. Would have been nice to see Kawhi versus Giannis, but oh well. Go to Tuesday, which is yesterday. Hornets destroy the Kings. Knicks beat the Pelicans, creeping up for the 2 seed. Cavs beat the Magic, giving them their 7th straight loss after they were on a 7-game winning streak not that long ago. 36 points from Paulo, 42 from Mitchell. Harden had a good game. The Denver Nuggets beat the Suns by 2. Another triple-double for Jokic, 17 from Royce O'Neal. And then to wrap it off, end it off with tonight's games. We had some pretty good ones. Hawks beat the Pistons by 1. 27 from Jalen Johnson, plus 12 assists, 26 and 14 from Duren. Lakers only beat the Pacers by 7, 43 from Luka, 14 and 19 from Nembhard. Sixers annihilate the Bulls, 35 points from Embiid. First game for him in a while. The Celtics get their first win against the Thunder in 2 years. Said it before, I'm going to say it again. Thunder are not a fun team to watch. They're annoying. So it was satisfying to see Jaylen Brown give Shea a taste of his own medicine. A little foul bait there. 31 points from Brown, 19 from Tatum. Yeah, both teams at full strength for the most part, outside of Vucevic. But yeah, a lot of people are saying it's a finals preview. I think we need to pump the brakes a little bit. But Heat beat the Cavs, 13 and 11 from Ware, 28 from Mitchell. Spurs annihilate the Grizzlies, no surprise there. And then, as I mentioned earlier, Wolves beat the Rockets in a comeback win in overtime. 30 points from Şengün, 14 points, 14 rebounds, 5 blocks for Rudy Gobert. Nuggets beat the Mavericks, 53 from Jamal Murray, 26 from Cooper Flag. Warriors hang on to beat the Nets, 31 from Guy Santos. Blazers annihilate the Bucks, 36 from Ryan Rollins, 14-15 from Klingon. And then the Clippers annihilate the Raptors, 24 from Darius Garland. All right, well, that's kind of do it. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys next week. Have a good rest of your night. Peace out.